All right, here we go. Our top story tonight at 11. They are called personal seat licenses. And wait until you see how many have been purchased. Good evening. I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is off tonight. And for months, of course, we have shared stories about concerns over those new PSLs at the new stadium. But now we have a much better idea how many of them have been sold. 2 Side's Nate Benson obtained the data. He has more for us tonight in studio. Hey, Nate.
Yes, Scott, through a Freedom of Information request, I received 18 pages of data that pulls back the curtain on how many PSLs have been sold. Cue the drum roll, please. Between March 13th and June 30th, Legends Hospitality, who is overseeing the sale of the PSLs for the Buffalo Bills, have sold 3,602 personal seat licenses. Is this good or bad?
My first reaction was, hey, that's a bit more than I expected. I thought, okay, that's not a bad start. In fact, I think it's a substantial number financially.
I'll come back to our Bills insider Vic Carucci in a minute. Whether or not that figure is good or bad is, as Peter Gabriel would say, I need perspective. And unfortunately, some math. According to the 18 pages of data, 1,338 different accounts purchased the 3,600 PSLs. A spokesperson for the Buffalo Bills says that 60% of the account holders that have been through the process between March and June ended up buying a PSL. So we know how many did, and we know what percentage of people ended up purchasing. Let's enter all of that into the WGRZ supercomputer I like to call the McKinley 9000. 2,230 account holders went through the process in the 3.5 months.
Now, in terms of who those people are, I get the sense they're not your, quote, average, everyday in the bowl fans. They're the ones who are your bigger, your higher investors.
When you scan through those 18 pages of data, there were 116 account holders who spent more than $100,000 on PSLs. But the vast majority of those March through June sales were for 1 or 2 club seats. 915 accounts spent between $8,000 and $40,000 for their PSL. In total, the March through June sales generated $65.4 million. Several of you have paid for your PSL in full, and I tip my hat to you. But are the Bills on pace to raise the money needed for their end of the project?
Will everything align very well? The success of the team, the economy, all the things that factor into people pulling big dollars out of their pocket to buy these PSLs, and of course, the tickets on top of them.
Now, a spokesperson for the Bills emphasizes that this data is only from March until June, and since the process has opened up to more account holders, so there have been more sales. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.